Coming up this morning on Chris 6 Sunrise, tense moments on the campus of Texas A&M University Kingsville when federal agents made a surprise visit. We'll show you why they were on campus and who they were investigating.
A critical health service for thousands in the Coastal Bend could be on the chopping block. I'm Alexis Scott, telling you why a major funding loss could mean fewer HIV and STI screenings in our community.
Calling all hunger heroes. I'm Stephanie Molina on the west side, learning about the need of volunteers here at the Coastal Bend Food Bank and how the community can help out.
Good morning, folks. Happy Friday and welcome to Chris 6 Sunrise. You're waking up with the Hoffmans. I'm Michelle Hoffman.
And I'm Brian Hoffman. What a great Friday it is, too. A lot of different things going on around the Coastal Bend. We're going to have that for you in just a little bit in this week's installment of Coastal Bend Weekend. But first, let's turn things on over to the woman, the myth, the legend, Miss Julia Quiddy. Good morning.
Good morning, you
Hope
guys.
you feel hyped for the day.
Yeah, for sure. So starting out today, things are going to be a bit drier compared to yesterday morning. We're going to start to see some hair and dust make its way to the Coastal Bend, giving us a drier weather pattern briefly for us today and on your Saturday. But don't be concerned. Rain chances are going to come back to the forecast as early as next week. More details on that, my full forecast coming up. Right now, though, looking at our traffic flow maps to get a better idea on what things are looking like as you head out the door on this Friday morning. Going from Portland over to the Harbor Bridge in both directions, things are moving pretty well for your drive heading over there. Moving now towards downtown. Looking at Ocean Drive, down to SPID, and heading on over to Saratoga. All three of those roadways looking pretty clear with no traffic issues. And then moving on towards another portion of SPID, approaching the Flower Bluff area. Again, still looking at pretty easy driving conditions. Just going to see on Flower Bluff, though, small tidbits of medium speeds that you're going to encounter throughout portions of Waldron Road, and it start to get a bit closer towards the gate at NAS Corpus Christi. And then looking at the JFK Causeway, going to and from the island. Again, looking at pretty easy driving conditions starting out this morning. More details on your forecast coming up.
Thank you so much, Julia. So we're going to get to your neighbor news in just a little bit, folks. But first, the latest on President Trump's sweeping bill. President Donald Trump says that his bill will create millions of jobs, cut taxes, and increase take-home pay for the typical American family. President made these comments Thursday during a White House event. Democrats, however, warn that it will kick millions off of Medicaid, increase the deficit by trillions, while giving the majority of tax cuts to the wealthy. The Senate is expected to vote on the spending bill soon. President Trump hopes to have it on his desk by the 4th of July. Scripps News Group Nathaniel Reed will join us at 6:12 with the latest from Washington.
Here in your neighborhood, more than 24 construction workers at Texas A&M Kingsville were detained after a visit from federal agents. Federal agents stopped by the campus yesterday morning to investigate the laborers working on the Memorial Student Union remediation project. University police were on site throughout the investigation, and the campus was cleared by 9 a.m. According to the university, 26 workers were detained for additional screening and were expected to return to the campus by the end of Thursday. No university students or employees were involved in the investigation.
Well, Saturday is the day that the Coastal Bend has been waiting for, right? It's the opening of the new Harbor Bridge. The ribbon cutting will take place tomorrow at 10 a.m. and after that, a motorcade will take part in inaugural crossings of the bridge. The motorcade will travel over the southbound lanes that's coming to the city. Starting tomorrow at noon, crews will begin the transition of southbound traffic from the old bridge to the new bridge. And the northbound lanes will open sometime in early July. You will still use the northbound lanes of the old bridge until then. And be sure to join us Saturday morning for special coverage of the ribbon cutting for the new Harbor Bridge. Andy Lascano and Claire Benitez Cortez will be live from the Port of Corpus Christi Pavilion. Our coverage begins Saturday at 9:30 in the morning.
The loss of state and federal funding is just days away from significantly impacting the Coastal Bend Wellness Foundation and the services it provides. Without the expected funding, the foundation will lose out on nearly $600,000 and will have to cut back or completely eliminate their HIV and STI testing and prevention services. CEO of the Coastal Bend Wellness Foundation, Bill Helcher, says he was notified of the change less than 30 days ago. As a result, more than 2,500 people across the Coastal Bend will be impacted. But it's not only the patients that will see the change. Workers at the foundation's medical and wellness center will lose their job and insurance benefits.
Michaela Stewart is with the Coastal Bend Food Bank and tells Chris 6, for the nonprofit, volunteers are always needed to get food to families throughout 11 counties. Stewart says the food bank is looking for all types of volunteers to help with sorting, inspecting, and packing food boxes, as well as registering people who want the food. I talked to some volunteers at the food bank Thursday about giving their time to the food bank. 17-year-old Avery Lynn says it's super easy to come into the food bank and sign up as a volunteer. The food bank also looks for groups wanting to sign up as volunteers.
I've put a lot of information on our website for those of you wanting to help out. Click onto christv.com for more information. On the west side, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Stephanie Molina, Chris 6 News.
Hey there, good morning. Happy Friday. Heading out the door, you're going to be in for some drier conditions today compared to yesterday. We're going to start to see some Saharan dust make its way to the coastal bend, offering us some drier conditions in the forecast briefly before we start to see more rain chances come back early next week. Let's first go ahead and take in this gorgeous view from our CCC Skycam over at Snoopy's Pier. Got some cloud cover still out there for us. Partly cloudy skies to start us off this morning, but can see those gorgeous hints of sunrise beginning to happen just over beyond the JFK Causeway there. So again, gorgeous picturesque view for us to start off on this Friday morning. Now, what else you can expect heading out the door? Taking a look at each and every neighborhood here. Corpus Christi waking up to a temperature of 74 degrees, 73 over in Beeville, 83 degrees your temperature over in Port Aransas, as well as 82 on over in Rockport, 73 right now waking up over in Alice. See our wind speeds going in a lighter pace yet again for us starting out this morning. Can see we'll have a pretty decent view in terms of our visibility heading out the door, minus few locations that are further inland, so Beeville and as well over in Alice. Both of you guys are struggling a little bit with your visibility there this morning, so just make sure you're taking a little bit of precaution and taking it slow on those roadways, starting you out, heading out the door in those neighborhoods. Looking at Doppler radar, things are way drier for us today compared to yesterday. Right now, seeing just maybe a few, one or two passing showers throughout portions of San Patricio County, coastal San Patricio County, I should add. But for the most part, all of us looking at a dry start on our Friday morning, and things will probably remain to be on the drier side for the majority of us across the majority of our day. Looking at our hour-by-hour forecast here, we'll be looking at a bit of a sunnier start for us this morning too compared to yesterday, with temperatures increasing towards those 80s over our morning and then heading towards those 90s by the time we get to lunchtime. We'll also see an increase with our wind speeds going upwards nearby 12 miles an hour as we get a little closer towards the afternoon as well. Now, rain chances over the course of our day, again, looking at pretty slim to none for the most part. Maybe the best time period that we could see some shower activity, if any, we'll start to see that around the lunchtime and afternoon hours before we head towards the early evening. By that point, we'll be looking at less rain chances in the forecast that will extend towards our weekend, at least towards your Saturday. Again, all this is going to be attributed towards that plume of Saharan dust that's going to make its way into the area, but rain chances will briefly come back to the forecast for the early part of next week with scattered showers.
Coming up, the self-imposed clock is ticking on President Trump's sweeping bill. Scripps News' Nathaniel Reed will join us after the break with the latest from Washington. Welcome back, folks. We are taking in a live view from our studio cam right now. Turned around at downtown Corpus Christi, 75 degrees out. 6:11 is your time. We're going to be checking in with our meteorologist, Julia Quady, in just a little bit. But first, we head to Washington. President Donald Trump on Thursday held a One Big Beautiful event to help urge the passing of his sweeping bill. But it looks like the bill is likely in a bit of trouble as a key policy referee continues to rule multiple parts of the bill as ineligible.
Now, to talk more about the Scripps News Group, Nathaniel Reed joins us now this morning. Good morning, Nathaniel. So the president would like the bill on his desk by next Friday. What are the chances that once it passes the Senate, the members of the House will even accept it, though?
Well, Michelle and Brian, it's certainly a rough road ahead for the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, and that's in part due to that policy referee in the Senate who keeps ruling various portions of this bill ineligible to be included in this procedure. Now, Republicans are trying to sidestep Democrats, trying to pass this without any Democratic support. They're able to do so, but it's a much more complicated procedure, and there are certain limits to what can be included in the One Big Beautiful Bill, restrictions that would typically not be there for other pieces of legislation. So some of the things that have been ruled out so far: eliminating all funding for the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, certain changes to Medicaid, specifically making undocumented immigrants ineligible for that program. That was ruled out of that. Also, the sale, at least for now, of certain public lands to raise money as part of the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. That was ruled out as well. Those are all major cost-saving measures trying to reduce the overall cost of some of the big tax breaks in this bill. Everything from no tax on tips to no tax on overtime, things that President Trump had campaigned on. They're quite expensive. They could add to the deficit. For that reason, Republicans were looking for offsets. Now that key policy referee is saying that those cannot be included in the bill, some lawmakers openly questioning whether that aggressive July 4th timeline can be met, given that they're already having to rework major parts of the bill before votes, possibly as soon as this evening. Take a listen.
If it takes a few more days, a few more weeks, that's not a problem. This is an arbitrary deadline. I want the conference to be able to discuss the bill. I want us to go through every provision, what the scores are, what we should leave in, what we should leave out. Again, that shouldn't take that long once we have the full bill, but we need the full bill. Again, what the parliamentarian did that was a little bit of a hand grenade.
And Michelle, to go back to your original question, as the parliamentarian, as the policy referee in the Senate continues to decide what parts of the bill can be included and cannot be included, Republicans in the House of Representatives, who of course are a little bit removed from the situation happening in the Senate, are extremely frustrated. A lot of them venting frustration, saying they can't vote for the bill as it stands right now. There are even members, though, of the U.S. Senate who still don't know exactly what they're going to be voting on. Those votes, though, expected to begin as soon as 6 p.m. this evening. Certainly going to be a rough road ahead for the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. Congress likely expected to stay in Washington through the week next week, even though they were supposed to be on recess for the July 4th holiday as they try and meet that deadline set by President Trump. But as you just heard Senator Ron Johnson say, again, a close ally of President Trump and the MAGA agenda, that timeline, that aggressive July 4th timeline, really looking quite difficult right now.
Yeah, we'll just have to see. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Nate.
Yeah, appreciate your insights, sir. Hope you have a great weekend ahead.
You as well.
Hey there, good morning, happy Friday. So heading out the door, some of us are going to be in for pretty easy visibility while some of us might struggle a bit. I'm looking at Alice dealing with a bit of less than 2 miles of visibility heading out your door. So just make sure hitting those roadways in that particular neighborhood, take your time, don't rush it, and give yourself some extra time to get to your destination safely. In terms of our conditions, rain-wise, things are going to be a bit drier for us today compared to yesterday. Now, speaking on those temperatures first, we'll see similar towards the pattern that we've seen so far this week. Areas that are along the coast starting out a bit warmer compared to the rest of us. Areas like Rockport, Ingleside, Port Aransas, over in the Bluff, for the most part sitting towards those lower 80s for your actual air temperatures, while your feel-like temperatures are ranging towards those lower 90s in areas like Port Aransas and Rockport. Here in Corpus Christi, though, waking up to an air temperature and feel-like temperature of 74 degrees. Take a look at Doppler radar. Things are a bit drier for us this morning, only seeing a couple passing showers or two, kind of just dabble on in a little bit over the past hour or so, but for the most part across the coastal bend, all of us getting a bit of a drier start this morning compared to yesterday because of that Saharan dust is going to push its way into the coastal bend, offering us a bit of a dry period for us today and tomorrow on Saturday. But with that drier air being settled in from that Saharan dust, that's also going to mean warmer temperatures. So we'll see our temperatures reach up warmer towards those mid 90s tomorrow or today and tomorrow, I should say, reaching a high temperature of 95 degrees. But that rain is set to return back into the forecast as early as next week on Sunday with some upper level disturbances happening in the upper levels of the atmosphere. So it's going to give us a chance to see some more scattered showers and thunderstorms coming back to the forecast. That's going to extend to the early part and even maybe the midweek of next week. So looking at the Saharan dust, it's expected to track on through, make its way to South Texas as we look ahead towards late Saturday to early Sunday. So I could offer maybe a brief moment where we could see some shower activity, potentially stray showers again at best early Saturday morning. But for the most part, it's looking unlikely. We'll just probably have a drier weather pattern in general for us today and tomorrow before we start to see that upper level disturbance give us some more shower opportunities ahead for Saturday that's going to extend towards the midweek. But other than that, we'll start to see again a change today that's expected to change yet again next week with more showers on the way into next week.
Hey, Shirley, with a weekend almost here, that means some of y'all may want to be taking a road trip. Coming up on Sunrise, I'll take a look at the cheapest prices around town so you can fill up on a budget. Welcome back, folks. So despite the continuing tensions in the Middle East, gas prices, in fact, did not take the expected hike over the week. In fact, they saw a bit of a decline in many areas. We'll get to that in a little bit because I am tracking all those gas prices across the country and around the coastal bend. Starting off with the national prices. As of today, according to GasBuddy, $3.20 is the average there. That's only up by a penny. Taking a look at the Texas average, though, we are sitting at $2.78 a gallon on average. That's actually down by 6 cents since Monday. We can do better here in the coastal bend, though, right, folks? Here in Corpus Christi, second and third place are tied at a quarter of all the stations I was able to find in town on GasBuddy. $2.67. Cheapest place I was able to find, though, Sunoco on Port Avenue, $2.65 over there. That's actually down by about 15 cents as of Monday. So far, Portland friends, yet again, they are still having cheaper prices in Corpus. Cheapest being $2.46 over at the Texan on Buddy Gainen Drive. It might be worth a while driving over the bridge to get to that. And then it seems like all of the gas stations on the island have agreed $2.78 is going to be the price at all of the stations there.
All right, now taking it outside, looking at our First Community Bank Skycam atop the USS Lexington, looking at some pretty easy and clean driving flow in terms of your traffic heading onto the Harbor Bridge right now with no issues, thankfully. Let's go and take a look at those traffic on maps to get a better idea of what you can expect on other roadways right now starting your day on this Friday morning. Heading from Portland over to the Harbor Bridge, again looking at easy driving conditions right now. Moving now towards downtown, all clear on Ocean Drive down to SPID and Saratoga with no hiccups or slowdowns on any of those roadways. Heading even onto SPID going closer towards Flower Bluff, again looking at pretty clear driving conditions. A little bit more sticky situation throughout portions of Flower Bluff, mostly on Waldron Road and as you start to approach the gate at NAS Corpus Christi. But other than that, pretty much clear driving conditions heading to and from the island on the JFK Causeway. That's it for Chatport. With details on your forecast coming up.
Having a baby is expensive, so I've heard, but it's even more expensive now. I'm Michaela Chavez on the South Side. I'll tell you why world politics is hitting home for many parents of newborns.
Now, weather on the 6s.
Good morning, happy Friday, and welcome on back. We're taking a gorgeous view from our CC Skycam over Snoopy's Pier. Got that gorgeous hint of that sunrise beginning to happen over beyond the JFK Causeway there. Also can see a mix of those partly cloudy skies, but one big difference for us this morning too compared to yesterday. Overall, across the coastal bend, looking at a drier start for us this morning compared to yesterday. But speaking of which, let's actually quickly go over what we experienced so far from our rain event from this past week. Starting on Monday, we can see that those heavier rainfall totals didn't really happen here in the coastal bend. All of us here at home, for the most part, saw at best maybe around half an inch of rainfall with those darker hints of blue on the map for more of our northern neighborhoods and communities nearby Aransas, Refugio B, and portions of Live Oaks County. Most of those heavier rainfall totals nearby an inch or more got mostly concentrated toward the Victoria Crossroads and Seadrift area. So us here at home didn't get so lucky in faring for more of those heavier rainfall totals for now. And even now at this point, looking at a drier weather pattern that's going to begin for us today and heading towards your Saturday with that round of Saharan dust that's going to make its way to South Texas over the next few hours or so. Looking at Doppler radar, we can see we saw a couple spotty showers, maybe one or two small spots here that passed throughout portions of coastal bend and specifically San Patricio County over the past hour or so. But now majority of us looking to be pretty dry and will stay on that dry note over the majority of our day. Maybe the best chance to see possible extra bit of stray showers or two will be expected over our afternoon, and that's just mostly going to be because that's we'll see more of the help of that sea breeze, and as we'll start to see warmer temperatures ahead for us this afternoon that can cause a bit of a help at least for some stray shower activity, I should say, to maybe populate later on this afternoon. But again, drier weather conditions will be expected to last for us today and extend towards your Saturday with that plume of Saharan dust that's going to make its way into South Texas late on Saturday to early on your Sunday. So folks who might be a little bit more sensitive to that Saharan dust is going to push its way into the area with either respiratory issues or even allergies. Just make sure you're aware that the Saharan dust is going to last for a couple rounds here, even extending towards the early part of your Tuesday morning. So just be ready for that dusty, hazy conditions back into the forecast for us to extend to the early part of next week. But looking at your weekend forecast, we'll see that today and tomorrow, again, looking at a drier weather pattern briefly, having more sunshine back in the forecast, but also along with that Saharan dust giving us some drier air in our atmosphere. That's also going to translate to warmer temperatures for us, getting back up towards those mid-90s today and tomorrow, a high temperature of 95 degrees. We'll see a bit of a cool down to 92 on Sunday with that upper level disturbance giving us back our rain chances, even better rain chances for now that we're expecting, with more scattered showers and thunderstorms that's going to make their way into the forecast beginning on Sunday and then extending to the early part of next week, even heading towards the midweek. Still looking at pretty decent isolated showers at best coming into the forecast here. So hopefully we can look at more beneficial rainfall opportunities ahead for us next week and maybe better rainfall accumulations with this rain event extending again into next week. But taking a quick look at our tropical outlook as well, we have a new area that the National Hurricane Center is now monitoring on the northwestern part of the Caribbean Sea. It's expected to this area of now some showers and thunderstorms to make their way towards the Bay of Campeche, and right now has only about a 10 to 20% chance of formation over the next 7 days. So we'll continue to monitor that along with the National Hurricane Center to see if this system actually does make its way over towards the Bay of Campeche, along with that plume of Saharan dust that's going to make its way to South Texas, if that's all going to inhibit on this system's potential of formation over the next week or so. We'll get your 7-day forecast. Again, drier weather pattern today and tomorrow with a return of shower activity ahead for us next week.
Alrighty, Julia, thank you so much. We have a look at what's going on around town, including some spooky Halloween fun in June. This week's Coastal Bend weekend is after the break.
Now, say hello to your neighbors. This is your Chris 6 News Sunrise Shoutouts.
Hey, Chris 6 Sunrisers, we want to wish you a great day today. Enjoy it.
And of course, that was City Manager Peter Zanoni. And Mr. Zanoni, we hope you have a great day as well. Folks, if you want to send us your own shout out video, all you have to do is scan the QR code you see right there on your screen or go to our website, christv.com.
Now, the local events and fun things to do. It's Coastal Bend Weekend with the Hoffmans.
How about I take a stab at it?
Well, you might just get the chills watching this week's Coastal Bend Weekend, but it's the thrill of all the different events happening in your neighborhood that might just make you scream.
With joy, of course, folks. Now let's kick things off in your neighborhood on the south side at the Wild Wolf Halloween store.
They're throwing a Summerween bash, and you're invited. Expect local vendors, tasty bites, live music, and spooky shopping that'll give you pumpkin to talk about.
In costumes, of course you can dress up yourself, your kids, even your pets at this family-friendly Fright Fest. It's happening Saturday from 3 to 9 p.m.
If you'd rather boogie than say boo, you can head to the Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 2932 in Aransas Pass.
Expect a high-energy dance fundraiser to support local high school scholarships.
Starting Saturday at 7 p.m., you can shake a leg for a good cause.
Tickets for kids 12 and under are free. Teens are $7, adults $10, and couples $15.
Also in Aransas Pass, the 3rd annual Jack Payne Waterfront Blues Festival is hitting all the right notes.
Enjoy 12 hours of live blues starting Saturday at 11 a.m. at 518 Bigelow Street.
The event honors the late John Tarver Payne, a beloved local musician who died from cancer in 2023.
Funds raised also goes to the Jack Payne Scholarship Fund. This year, the money will benefit Del Mar College's music department.
It's not Father's Day weekend, but who needs an excuse to celebrate dads who bring that grill power? Hint, hint.
Phil De La Garza, a case manager at Education Service Center 2, is hosting Dynamite Dads, a family event designed to spark connection and fun.
There'll be games, activities, and plenty of food. The barbecue cook-off will serve up Dad's favorites. That's fajitas, chicken thighs, and of course, wings.
It's happening Saturday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Antonio E. Garcia Art and Education Center.
Since June is National Cancer Survivors Month, the Corpus Christi Hooks are teaming up with the American Cancer Society to raise awareness awareness for breast cancer by bringing you Pink in the Park.
The game is Sunday at 5 p.m. and the first 1,000 ladies through the gates will receive a pink clutch, courtesy of Auto Nation. Of course, it's at Whataburger Field.
And June is also Pride Month, and to add even more color to your Coastal Bend weekend, Coastal Bend Pride Center is hosting its 3rd annual Rainbow Run Walk 5K.
Celebrate Pride with a Stride this Saturday at 7 a.m. in Cole Park. Check-in starts at 6 a.m. and the race kicks off bright and early at 7.
Participants are encouraged to wear their most fabulous rainbow attire and show support for Pride Month.
But of course, folks, no matter what you choose to wear, just make sure you have some fun this Coastal Bend weekend. And if you want to see all the details of the events we mentioned, some we didn't have time for, make sure you go to our website, christv.com.
And hey, if you have your own event you think belongs on Coastal Bend Weekend, maybe you just shoot us an email, give us a call. We'll put it on next week's Coastal Bend Weekend.
Hey there, good morning. Happy Friday. Heading out the door, you're going to be in for some drier conditions compared to yesterday. That's all on the front of that Saharan dust is going to make its way to the Coastal Bend, allowing for a drier weather pattern briefly in the forecast before our rain chances return ahead for next week. Right now, taking a look at our planner for today, we'll see a little bit more sunshine on the start of our day this morning, too. And we'll see our temperatures increase back up towards those upper 80s by midday, heading towards those 90s by this afternoon. A little bit more cloud cover expected to return back a little bit over the course of our afternoon, too. We'll also see our wind speeds begin to increase, get a little bit closer back to that range, around 15 to 20 miles an hour during our afternoon. And with the help of that sea breeze, as long with some afternoon heat, that's when we could see a bit of an increase, maybe see a stray pop-up shower or two in the forecast today. But other than that, again, looking at drier weather pattern to start off our weekend, with showers returning as early as Sunday in scattered fashion, so hopefully better rainfall accumulations expected with our rain event beginning next week.
From Chris 6, this is 20 minutes of non-stop news.
Hey folks, thank you so much for tuning in to our 20 minutes of nonstop news with the Hoffmans. I'm Brian Hoffman.
And I'm Michelle Hoffman. We'll check in with meteorologist Julia Quady in just a bit. But first, here's your neighborhood check-in.
The loss of state and federal funding is just days away from significantly impacting the Coastal Bend Wellness Foundation and the services it provides. Without the expected funding, the foundation will lose out on nearly $600,000 and will have to cut back or completely eliminate their HIV and STI testing and prevention services. CEO of the Coastal Bend Wellness Foundation, Bill Helcher, says he was notified of the change less than 30 days ago. As a result, more than 2,500 people across the Coastal Bend will be impacted. But it's not only the patients that will see the change. Workers at the foundation's medical and wellness center will lose their job and insurance benefits.
Micaela Stewart is with the Coastal Bend Food Bank and tells Chris 6, for the nonprofit, volunteers are always needed to get food to families throughout 11 counties. Stewart says the food bank is looking for all types of volunteers to help with sorting, inspecting, and packing food boxes, as well as registering people who want the food. I talked to some volunteers at the food bank Thursday about giving their time to the food bank. 17-year-old Avery Lynn says it's super easy to come into the food bank and sign up as a volunteer. The food bank also looks for groups wanting to sign up as volunteers.
I've put a lot of information on our website for those of you wanting to help out. Click onto christv.com for more information. On the west side, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Stephanie Molina, Chris 6 News.
Alice community is stepping up big time for one of their own. I'm Melissa Trevino, your neighborhood news reporter in Alice. Glenda Schultz, who's worked for the city for 15 years, is fighting stage 3 breast cancer and facing some serious medical bills. Her neighbors aren't having it. They've organized a tournament to help cover her expenses. Glenda didn't ask for help, but she's super grateful, saying she couldn't make it without them.
All right, now taking it outside, looking at our Skycam over top SPID, you can see that those roadways are looking a little bit more busy, but not too hectic in terms of any heavy traffic flow or backups right now happening on SPID, thankfully. So that's some good news. You have to hit those roadways right now at this hour. Let's go ahead and take a look at those traffic flow maps to get a better idea we can expect on other roadways right now, starting out on your Friday morning. Heading from Portland onto the Harbor Bridge in both directions, looking at a pretty easy and clear drive. Moving out towards downtown, all clear on Ocean Drive down to SPID and Saratoga, so no issues on any of those three roadways starting out this morning either. Now taking a closer look on SPID heading towards Flower Bluff. Again, looking at pretty easy driving conditions with no issues. A little bit of a different story on Flower Bluff though. On Waldron Road, seeing a bit of a more heavier backup throughout portions of that roadway. A mixture of medium to slow speeds that you'll encounter there. And as you start to approach the gate at NAS Corpus Christi this morning, then heading onto the JFK Causeway, going to and from the island. Again, a return to those easy driving conditions starting you out on this Friday morning. That's it for Traffic Report. More details in your forecast coming up.
Now, 6 things to know before you go.
All right, folks, here's a list we've compiled of 6 things you need to know before heading out the door.
President Donald Trump says his One Big Beautiful bill will create millions of jobs, cut taxes, and increase take-home pay for the typical American family. Now, the president made the comments yesterday during a White House event. Democrats say it will kick millions of health insurance and increase the deficit by trillions. The Senate is expected to vote on the spending bill soon. President Trump hopes to have it on his desk by the 4th of July.
Well, members of the House are expected to receive a classified briefing on Iran today. It comes after the White House delayed a previously scheduled briefing. Members of the Senate were updated on the situation on Thursday. That was also delayed, though. Democrats say that they want answers on how much damage was actually inflicted on Iran and what the president plans to do next. The White House has announced intentions to limit the amount of classified information it shares with lawmakers, even though they are legally required to provide it.
More than 24 construction workers at Texas A&M Kingsville were detained, this after a visit from federal agents. Federal agents stopped by the campus yesterday morning to investigate the laborers working on the Memorial Student Union remediation project. University police were on site throughout the investigation, and the campus was cleared by 9 a.m. According to the university, 26 workers were detained for additional screening and were expected to return to the campus by the end of Thursday. No university students or employees were involved in the investigation.
And that did include ICE, by the way. So construction is underway for the Palms at Morris and Revitalization Initiative in what used to be the site of Lamar Elementary School. The Ed Rochelle Foundation bought the old Lamar Elementary, then donated the site to the city for construction of new housing. Councilmember Everett Roy hopes that this will decrease crime in the area, and there will be a small police department outpost for officers on bike patrol.
Don't forget, folks, in preparation for the current hurricane season, the Corpus Christi Public Works Department will be hosting a sandbag distribution this weekend. It will be tomorrow from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. at Cavanis Athletic Complex. Neighbors can receive as many as 8 free sandbags per vehicle. Make sure to have a clear space in your trunk so staff can properly store it. You do not need to get out of your car as well.
Well, the Gulf Coast Humane Society is hosting an adoption event this weekend. It'll be tomorrow from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. over at the Tractor Supply in Robstown. Stop on by and meet some furry friends that are looking for a forever home. The Tractor Supply in Robstown is located at 2917 IH 69.
Hey there, good morning. Happy Friday. Heading out the door, you're going to be in for some gorgeous views right now as we take a look at our CCTV Skycam over at Snoopy's Pier. Now, rainfall is going to dwindle by a lot for us today. We're not going to be expecting much of any really, truly likely rain chances in the forecast. Maybe a pop-in stray shower or two later on this morning heading towards this afternoon. But other than that, things are going to be looking to be pretty dry today and for us tomorrow to start off your weekend on Saturday. Now, let's go ahead and take a quick look, though, on what we had for our rainfall accumulation so far from our rain event this week, beginning on Monday. Really across South Texas, majority for the coastal bend, I should say specifically, we only saw nearby ½ an inch at best with those heavier notes of those darker blue colors there on the map, mostly being concentrated for our northern neighborhoods and communities and counties. So that includes Aransas, Refugio B, and maybe portions of Live Oaks County. Now, even more heavier rainfall totals nearby an inch or more. That was more likely to occur for areas that were nearby Victoria Crossroads in the Seadrift area. So for us here at home, didn't really get to see too much of truly beneficial rainfall in the forecast from our rain events so far, but better rain chances will be on the way for us next week. Looking at Doppler radar, like I said, things are going to be pretty dry for us here in the coastal bend. Maybe a couple stray passing showers that we saw over the past hour or so, and maybe some more to come heading towards this afternoon. But for the most part, things are going to be dry for us today because of that Saharan dust that's going to dry us out here in the coastal bend and across South Texas. So we'll be looking at warmer temperatures too and more sunnier skies ahead for us today and tomorrow. High temperatures reaching towards 95 degrees today and on your Sunday. But again, this dry period is going to be a bit brief. We'll be expecting our rain chances to come back in the forecast with the upper level disturbance coming into the area beginning on Sunday. So we'll be expecting some more scattered showers, maybe some thunderstorms to be coming into our area here in the coastal bend beginning on Sunday and then extending towards the early part of next week. But for now, again, this dry period is going to be in the forecast because of the Saharan dust that's going to plume its way into the area beginning late on Saturday, continuing to your early Sunday. Now, the exact timing on that Saharan dust's arrival kind of drives whether or not we'll see maybe a couple passing showers early tomorrow morning on your Saturday. Of course, during the time we'll have that ribbon cutting for that Harbor Bridge. But again, it's not looking super likely. Even if we do see a passing shower or two, it's not going to be anything to be concerned about or maybe even to truly carry an umbrella for, to be quite frank. Now, looking at our rain chances ahead for next week with that upper level disturbance looking to be pretty promising with some widely scattered showers expected on your Sunday and Monday, and even looking some decent daily rain chances that will extend towards the midweek, even maybe toward the latter half of next week on Thursday. So looking at your 7-day forecast, dry and warm now for those higher temperatures in the mid-90s with scattered showers returning back to the forecast next week.
I'm Tony Jaramillo, your neighborhood news reporter on the South Side. FICO, the credit scoring service, is adding buy now, pay later data to how it determines your credit score. Starting this fall, those small installments could soon impact big financial decisions. Buy now, pay later services like Klarna, Afterpay, and Affirm are used by over 86 million Americans. These types of purchases haven't shown up on credit reports, but that's about to change. Later this year, FICO's new scoring models will consider data from those installment payment services when calculating your credit score. According to LendingTree, 41% of users of Buy Now, Pay Later say they paid late at least once in the past year. And the demographic using these services the most, nearly half of all users are under 36. Finance professor Dr. Jason Hevelin believes the change will be mostly positive since it'll be a simple way to build credit. FICO says the change is made to reflect modern spending habits and could help build your credit if payments are made on time. On the South Side, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Tony Jaramillo, Chris 6 News.
All parents of a newborn consider their bundle of joy a treasure. In the near future, that treasure could cost parents a bundle. I'm Michaela Chavez, your Sunrise neighborhood news reporter on the South Side. Some baby gear is going up by a hefty sum, and that's not baby talk. Think of some common baby equipment new parents buy. Maybe it's a car seat, crib, high chair, or a baby monitor. Reports show since April, the cost of some baby items have gone up nearly 25%. The reason for the price hike? They're made in China.
Whether it's clothing or equipment items or toys, it all costs. And when the prices go up, and your wallet's gonna feel it.
Pam Vera is the store owner of Once Upon a Child, a children's resale shop that sells new and gently used items.
If you're needing that value product, you're gonna save money by shopping here.
Vera is also a mom, and she knows one thing's for certain.
That definitely can be super expensive.
Once Upon a Child also buys items families might not need anymore so they can earn a quick buck. Last year, the resale shop bought 25,000 items and gave more than $300,000 back to the community.
We do check everything for safety recall. We make sure everything is still good in good working order.
Vera tells me her store does not sell used cribs or car seats, but the store does sell new ones.
There's definitely an increase. When equipment comes in, we check pricing so that we can base our pricing off of that. We try to price at half of current retail to sell in the store.
Yet she says the shop is already feeling the effects of the tariffs.
I do sell some new items as well, and I've already gotten price increases from my vendors from the tariffs. So we're experiencing it, on both ends.
She tells me prices on used items in her store, already at about half the price of those at some other stores, will not go up. And while you may not find big-ticket baby gear here for cheap, you can save on clothes, toys, and other essentials, allowing more in your budget for the bigger stuff.
We'd love for you to come in, experience the store, learn about us. We can definitely try to help you out.
Executive Director of the Juvenile Products Manufacturers Association, Lisa Trofe, says that if there is not immediate tariff relief, then American families will continue to feel the financial burden to meet their child's basic needs. On the South Side, I'm your Sunrise Neighborhood News reporter, Michaela Chavez, Chris 6 Sunrise.
Michaela, thank you so much. So the 4th of July is 1 week away and fireworks stands are now open for the big day. They'll be open until Independence Day, that's next Friday. But before you load up on all sorts of whiz-bangs, a word of caution from the fire department. Fireworks and our current drought conditions can add up to trouble. It's also against the law in some areas of the coastal bend.
Fireworks are illegal inside the city limits. That does include some of our beaches. The beaches that are inside of our city limits are also illegal. So if you do choose to utilize fireworks, it would be outside of the city limits. And we do want you to be cautious if you do that.
Now, if you're caught with fireworks inside city limits, you could be fined up to $2,000 for each package of fireworks in your possession. To report illegal fireworks activity, do not call 911. The number to call is 361-886-2677. And if you would rather sit back and enjoy the fireworks, head downtown to the Bayfront to catch this year's Mayor's Big Bang 4th of July celebration. The show begins next Friday at 9:30 p.m. The day kicks off with a 10 a.m. patriotic ceremony at Ben Garza Gym. Other activities include the Coastal Comida Fest at Water's Edge Park, and that starts at 1 p.m. For more information about the Big Bang celebration, visit christv.com.
And check this out, folks, a special delivery over at the conservation base in China. It's adorable, right? Chinese state media reports a giant panda was born on June 21st. It's the first cub to be born in captivity this year. Both the mother, Ling Lang, and the so far unnamed baby are both in good health and good condition.
It's so crazy how they start off so tiny. They're like naked mole rats. Yeah, and then they end up beautiful and fluffy and big.
And so dopey. One of our favorite things to do whenever we're feeling a bit in the rut or Michelle has the blues, we just put on the Panda Cam.
On TikTok.
It is
and then you just keep scrolling.
adorable.
Yeah,
they're so dopey, so clumsy. If they didn't have all that fur and fat protecting them, they'd be extinct by now, just because of their own.
They just stumble and tumble so much. They really do. It's so precious. Even when they're like adults, like they just roll around. And they're really peaceful seemingly. Yeah.
We should all just own pet pandas so we
down
can.
for that.
Yeah.
There's a reason why her dog is named Panda too.
But he does give Panda energy. I've never met him in person, but just seeing like photos and stuff of him.
He's a dope. Yeah.
Does he roll around like actual pandas do?
He does.
Well, if we want to spend any time outdoors, maybe walking our dogs or even just spending some time outdoors with friends and family, there's going to be some great conditions to do that to start us off for this upcoming weekend. We'll be looking at some drier weather coming in thanks to Saharan dust that's pushing its way into the coastal bend over the course of our upcoming weekend. Right now, let's go ahead and take a look at this gorgeous view from our Whataburger Field sky cam pointed over towards downtown. We can see a little bit some passing cloud cover out there with still some coastal showers that aren't quite making their way into the coastal bend at this point, because again, with that drier weather pattern, our rain chances are going to kind of dwindle to nothing over today heading towards tomorrow. But before we get into that, let's right now very quickly go over what we saw from our rainfall event beginning on Monday. Here in the coastal bend, at the very best, we saw nearby maybe half an inch in terms of total rainfall accumulation from our rain showers that passed on through beginning on Monday. Most of those heavier rainfall totals that were over an inch were kind of nearby Victoria Crossroads or nearby the Seadrift area. So for us here at home, not really getting much of anything, maybe a small drink of water, so to speak, from our rain event beginning from this past Monday. And again, things are drying out for us across the coastal bend, minus maybe a couple of those few spotty showers that passed through over the past hour or so. Right now, things are looking to be very dry here across the coastal bend. We'll be looking again at that drier weather pattern extending towards at least the first part of your weekend on Saturday. So what does this all mean for your dog walking forecast? We'll get into that in just a moment. First, introducing our star for today. We got Milo expecting to maybe see some dry weather in his dog walk for today, and Milo's going to be right about that. We'll begin not really see much of any true rainfall opportunities in the forecast for us really at all this morning. We'll be looking at more sunshine, in fact, compared to yesterday. Temperatures reaching up towards those mid-80s by 10 o'clock this morning, then approaching those 90s by noon. We'll also see a quickening of those wind speeds, getting a little bit closer towards around 15 to 20 miles an hour as we get towards this afternoon too. Looking at our rain chances again, things are going to be slim to none in terms of rainfall opportunity in the forecast for us today. Maybe the best chance to maybe see some showers possibly over our afternoon after lunchtime, just because of that sea breeze starting to quicken up a bit, along with that afternoon heat with those hotter temperatures reaching towards those mid-90s. Again, that's maybe just going to be our best chance to see some rainfall activity in the forecast. But again, drier weather pattern for now, because that Saharan dust is going to push its way into the coastal bend beginning over the weekend. So that's going to give us a drier weather pattern for now before rain chances come back early next week.
Thank you so much, Julia, and thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you have a fantastic Friday. Even better weekend ahead, folks. Enjoy it.
Yeah, we'll see you Monday.
Have a good one.